Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, please make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahanonymous_. Alright? We're able to be a little more explicit, a little more uncensored, and share content freely without running the risk of having our channel terminated. So, once again, make sure you head on down to Instagram and follow us on our official Instagram page at hookahanonymous_. Alright, now let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, right now, BTB Savage and his death is definitely one of the biggest things to go viral on social media right now. And I think it's solely because the whole situation as a whole has been one big mystery. From the robbery that led to the death of Omar Richardson, rest in peace, to the DJ Vlad interview, the infamous picture of Savage standing in the blood on the crime scene, down to the death of BTB Savage himself, rest in peace, that has been very questionable. Alright, now I can't sit here and point fingers of who did what because I wasn't there, but judging from what we're being told by his own mother and how the situation transpired, it's very clear that something doesn't sound right. Now, we've covered everything in a few videos that I made into a playlist. If you want to stay updated, I'll leave it at the end of this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned so y'all can check those videos out. But as for now, I want to get into an interesting topic that I think we were all wondering, which is why was the feds on the crime scene of BTB Savage's death? Now, I've seen people make a bunch of assumptions and throw all type of suggestions at the wall as to why the feds was at Savage's crime scene of his death. But I've came across something very important while searching on his Instagram page that just might be the simple answer as to why the feds showed up. Now, usually when someone gets killed locally, unless it's cities like Washington, D.C., where everything is pretty much federal, right? The local police will show up to assist with whatever the crime is, whether it's homicide, drugs, whatever. So when the feds showed up to Savage's crime scene, we were all stuck. Now, I've seen somewhere where someone said, oh, the feds came because of the amount of bullets that was shot to kill him. It was 72 bullets, and they was helping with information on BTB Savage. No. Alright, I've also seen somewhere where someone said that they was there because they were on to him because they found out the real reason behind Omar's death. Now, once again, that's a whole bunch of, there's a whole bunch of rumors surrounding what went down at BTB Savage's apartment. But like I stated in the previous video, his mother says that she has everything on surveillance footage that she turned over to the authorities. You can even hear audio proving that they were coming to pretty much rob BTB Savage. So I don't know, what that narrative really is, but we just gonna leave that where it is. Alright, I think it's less complicated than what people are really making it seem when it comes to why the feds was on the crime scene. Now, BTB Savage was a very known rapper who rapped about scamming. They call them scam rappers these days. He did interviews about scamming and wasn't afraid of throwing it in the fans' face, as he would always upload pictures of him flashing a whole bunch of money and even on IG Live talking about hitting banks. So as I searched his page, I couldn't help but notice something, right? He put up an interesting post where he included a screenshot of some sort of financial institution contacting him and making him aware that they've turned his information over to law enforcement. All right, pay attention. Now, usually when that happens, y'all know that the banks are federal. So if any information was turned over, it was turned over to the feds, not local police, the banks, that's federal. Now, here's what the document stated as it said, quote, "This notice is to inform you that we received legal process from law enforcement seeking information about your account and produce data as required by law. The legal process was accompanied by an order that prohibited us from disclosing information about the case," pay attention, about the case, "until a specific time had expired and we were legally required to produce the records specified in the demand. If you would like additional information about the legal process, please let us know as soon as possible by responding to this email. Thank you, Law Enforcement Response Team." All right, y'all pay attention to the key words. They said disclosing information about the case. All right. So also in the caption of that, because he put that post up. All right. Now in the caption, he said, quote, "I be fresh as F every day. I know they watching. Too much motion. Break the Bank 2 out now. Hashtag BTB 2. All right, so pretty much I guess he wasn't really taking them serious. So with all that being said, something tells me that Savage was already being investigated by the feds for fraud. As you seen what the document said, it says we received legal process from law enforcement seeking information about your account. Then, as I stated, they said something about a case. So that tells me that it was already an investigation going on, because if you was ever in that life, and you know what's going on, you know exactly what that email is about. I don't even have to say much. And judging from his caption, he knew what was going on, because he said, "I be fresh as F every day, I know they watching," which is a reference to the throwback 2 Chainz song, Feds Watching, as a chorus will say, quote, "I be fresh as hell if the feds watching." Now, honestly, when you play extra hard in the fraud game, some people move the right way because they stay low key and off the radar. But when you throwing it in their face, flashing money and pretty much taunting them on social media, trust and believe they're coming for you. It's no simple than that. They're coming for you. And it seems like they was already on his heels, but I guess he just didn't take them serious. Now, also keep in mind, when he did his Dirty Glove Bastard interview, he mentioned that he got caught up for running $1 million fraud scheme in South Korea where he was fake marrying people. All right. He says he was caught and never did jail time for it after going back and forth to Korean court for 4 months due to lack of evidence. The judges told him to pay back restitution, forfeit his military funds, and never return back to South Korea. And that's pretty much the deal he took. It wasn't no real jail time. He just had to fight the case, and then he was off. Right? Then he said he started taking rap serious after that, and the rest was history. But here's the thing. Who's to say that they wasn't still watching him? All right? Even though South Korea let him go, who's to say the feds, America, wasn't still on him about the money that he took? Or now that they got the intelligence that he know how to do X, Y, and Z, because y'all know they probably took it as an embarrassment that an American citizen or military personnel went to South Korea, got caught for fraud, and sent back. That's kind of like embarrassing to the military. So I'm not saying it was the case, but these are all possibilities leading to the feds being at BTB Savage's crime scene. That seems like to be the most one that makes sense. As of right now, we don't know 100% why they was there, but I just found that small piece of information on his Instagram interesting, because if you ever been in that game with fraud, you know how it go. When you taking from them banks, the feds are on you. They do not play, especially if you playing hard. If you making a little 1,000 here or a little 500, you taking it, that's small change. They don't care about that. But when you taking 20, 50, 100 Ks and 20 at a time, and I'm telling you, they coming. That paper trail gets long. As much as you want to use a VPN and you want to do X, Y, and Z, I don't want to say too much, but as much as you think you're being low key, trust and believe they on you. And the crazy part is you would never know until it actually happens. Then boom, it's too late. So like I say, y'all, this is just something I found interesting. We know the feds don't just come reporting on just anybody's crime scene. I don't care what it is, whether it's death, whether it's drugs, whether it's this, that. They don't just come to anybody. Now, I'm predicting that being that he was on their radar and possibly being investigated, they had to report to the scene to identify that, it was in fact him and that he was really deceased. That's all it was. Now, also, for the people that's going to be in the comments, if they really wanted him, they would have been had him, and the feds come. Yeah, they do. But I'm gonna tell y'all one thing, right? One thing the feds do, a lot of times they like to wait. They got patience. So they'll wait till you go over a certain limit. If they see you getting a lot, they're like, all right, we'll keep racking up, because as much money you take and they could prove it, guess what? That's as much time they could give you. Especially if you got priors or whatever, they want you to keep going, because that's how much time you adding on to whatever they be able to get you. And usually when the feds come, there's no, we're coming to ask you if you did this, or we're trying to prove this. No, when the feds come, they come with backup. They come with proof. They come with evidence. When the feds come 9 times out of 10, they coming to give you time. They're not coming to dispute what you could do. And no, it's, listen, we got you. And you're looking at pretty much 10 to 15, or you're looking at this, you're looking at, it's football numbers, right? So they want you to go over a certain amount. Now, also, For the ones that ever been through anything and you've been through the legal system, you know anything about the feds or got a little knowledge, you know how many times people be under investigation by the feds for years and never know? You know, look at the YSL situation, right? With the whole RICO Act. They got caught up in 2020 something. And they said that they've been following these guys for as long as, I think, 2012 or even before that. Don't quote me. But that just goes to show you how long they wait, and you would never know. Or, and I've been through this personally, right? You go to court one day for something totally different, something minor, something not too crazy. But guess what? Now you're in the courts. They know where you're going to be at all times, especially if you got a court date. So you in there, you thinking it's all sweet until two white guys come in black suits and they ask you your name. As soon as you identify who you are, you specify, yes, I'm such and such, they rearrest you, for a charge that you know nothing about, and then they take you. And for the ones that ever been through it, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, so it's real out here, man. Y'all just be careful, man. Be safe. As for the guys that was actually around, the man BTB Savage, and y'all was close, and at one point in time, whatever the case may be, seeing that the feds actually came to his crime scene should make whoever y'all are alert. Pay attention, man. Be safe and be on point. Simple. As for right now, man, y'all jump in the comments. Y'all let me know why y'all think the feds may have been on the scene. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.